And good morning, everybody. Good Monday morning. That is well, we're already at 7 o'clock. Well, actually 9 after. It's January the 27th. Glad you're out there. Roger B. with you for the 2 best hours of local live talk radio right here in East Mississippi, West Alabama. Thank you for tuning in on Great 102.1 FM. Also, if you're Facebooking, you can see us on Facebook here. It's kind of cool. It's face and sound. Pretty nice. Also, you can check out our app, WALT, the WALT app. And, of course, we're streaming live if you're on a computer somewhere at WALTmeridian.com. So glad to have you all aboard. Let's say good morning to the whole team. First, I'm Roger B. Say hi to, here he is, our main man from Ehan, Mr. Rob Atkinson.
I'm glad he clarified who he was. I mean, I didn't know who he was there for a minute.
I don't think he knows who he is.
You?
And he's looking over at the one and only Charles Frazier.
Good morning.
Except the other guy that's named Charles Frazier. Oh, and then there's that other guy named Charles Frazier. Yeah. But you're the one and only here for the morning program.
Today, yeah, anyway.
Gentlemen, how are you? I would love to say that I missed you guys.
We would love to say the same. Oh! We're going to start like that, are we?
Smack.
Okay.
I go out of town, and the whole world changes.
I didn't notice he was gone.
Yeah.
The whole world changes. I mean,
what changed?
New president. Actually, we have a president now.
You don't say.
When I left town, we didn't have a president. Now we have a president. We have a leader. We've got things going on.
We do.
Wow.
Things are moving. He's a mover and a shaker.
I would have been here, except Melania had asked me to come up for the inauguration to help her pick out her hat for the event. Mm-hmm. So
you're now a fashion consultant. I can tell by your attire.
It's a little something I've been doing on the side there.
Okay.
One of my many side hustles. I said, I think we should go with the Eastwood look. And I said, would you care for like a little Virginia Slim cigar type of thing? No, she said no.
It was more like reminding me of Spy versus Spy. Remember that?
I do.
That was the hat. So, is that where they got it from?
And then she said, well, what should I wear for the evening? I said, well, I love that white and black. While you're going black and white, let's go with the white dress and the black trim. And yeah, she liked that.
I love my husband, Donald.
Yeah.
Oh, Donald.
She says, well, I'm about to go to California and North Carolina. I said, I like this. I want the world to see you in a skull cap and some good Ray-Ban aviator sunglasses.
Like she was auditioning for the next Top Gun movie.
And then I was sitting there
put her in it. Why not?
And then it connected. After seeing all of that last week, she's, since Barron's all grown up now, she can travel with the president. And I thought, Melania, first female president?
Well, she wasn't born.
She wasn't born in the U.S., so can't do it.
Have to change the.
There goes that idea. Okay. Well, wait a minute. I thought
there's that Constitution always getting in the way.
Wait a minute. It didn't get in the way 12 years ago.
All right.
Here we go again.
Yep.
There you go. Always bringing up the birth.
Oh, that darn we the people. It's always getting in the way.
I tell you what,
inconvenient.
That Constitution is working fine over this first week of Trump's presidency, and how many thousands and thousands of criminals we've deported?
Thousands upon thousands.
Thousands upon thousands.
A lot of them, anyway.
And what about the announcement we just heard? Rob, you were talking about right before we went on the air, of course. What did Donald Trump do? He promised it, and he did it. What was that?
He was going to deport all these criminals.
He was. And what was he going to do about those no-vaxxer military people?
Reinstate them.
Oh, back to work, fellas and gals.
Well, here's the Tom ticker of the day. We call it the Tom Holman ticker, of how many arrests. Just yesterday alone, this is why I love ICE right now, because they are giving you the numbers of what's going on. Yesterday alone, 956 arrests yesterday. And these are criminals that are being arrested in our country. And also, you remember all these tough-talking mayors or all these big sanctuary cities, like they're not coming into our city? Well, yesterday in Chicago, they were arresting criminals in Chicago yesterday. They arrested a guy from Thailand who's a child predator. illegal alien from Thailand who was arrested yesterday. And Tom Homan was on the ground with ICE agents yesterday in that sanctuary city arresting these illegal criminals.
So to clarify, the ones that are being arrested that we're calling criminals are not just criminals because they broke the law and came in illegally. These are actually people who have committed a crime.
These are the bad hombres right here.
And then, of course, the question would be, well, why were they released?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
We'll ask Joe Biden.
But every single day, I mean, the number's been, it was 956 yesterday. I remember the first day last week, it was near 1,000.
Yeah.
Just in one day. Just in one day alone. So we're talking thousands of folks just in a 6-7 day period that they have arrested already. And of course, we all saw the exchange yesterday between Trump and the Colombian president. That worked out really well.
I think who won that one?
Yeah.
I heard you didn't accept 2 of our flights. I tell you what, 25% on tariffs, and that'll change to 50% next week. And by the way, we're revoking all, what do you call it? Whenever you got your stuff there?
Hey,
the visas, and they were expelling all
gas up our plane.
Right.
We're sending it to the U.S. right now.
That's okay. We'll bring them back. Yeah. How about we pay for it too?
I love
It's amazing.
that.
It's amazing.
I love it. We have leadership, folks.
Yeah.
There is leadership happening in our country. Let's take a phone call here at 601-485-9191. Good morning.
Yeah, don't worry about it. We'll send a plane up there, Mr. Trump.
We're right on it.
American taxpayer gas.
Would you like to use my plane? Say no, thank you. We want to use one that's serviced properly.
Oh Lord, the art of the deal or whatever.
Man.
Don't play chess with somebody when you're playing checkers. But anyway, like I say, it's a whole different country when you have real leadership. And again, every time I hear Holman talk, he says they're all illegal. They're all criminals. And it's not just the ones that are committing violent crime. He continues to say they're all illegal. So we don't know where this will end. But if you come in our country, you try to jump the line and do all this, you go back. So keep up the good work. Keep up the good work. But anyway, I heard you talk about Colombia. That was going to be my thunder. I want to comment on it, guys. Thanks a lot.
Tropical thunder. Oh, look at you.
Thunder from Colombia.
Okay. Mornings in Meridian. I tell you what, if you would like to have a great new or recently owned automobile, very almost like new, why don't you just go up to Doc's Toyota and get you something new?
Take that short drive up to Philadelphia and, check out all of their brand new 2025 Camrys, Skomas, 4Runners, Highlanders, Priuses, Pre-I, and, of course, Land Cruisers as well. They've got it all up there, and they got plenty of them. And they have a very large, some might say, huge selection of pre-owned inventory, all been through the rigorous multi-point Toyota inspection process. So you're getting a good quality used vehicle. Of course, their service department up there, Doc's, is second to none. If you need some work done on your car, bring it up there as well. But just check it out online, docstoyota.com. They've got all the inventory listed there. You can even purchase a vehicle online. How cool is that? Go see them on Highway 16 West in Philadelphia, Mississippi. And every dealership seems to have a deal. You get a toaster oven, you get an air fryer. Who knows? Who wants that sort of stuff? Because there is no deal
like a Doc's deal.
Did see this a second ago, guys. We talked about the Colombian president, the back and forth. The Arizona senator, was it Ruben Gallego? This is a dumb trade war that the Trump administration has started. This could have been resolved with a phone call. Trump picked a fight with an ally to look strong. This was the last argument. FYI, get your orders in now for roses. We import a majority of roses from Colombia.
Oh.
That was the.
I need to get carnation.
So that's his strongest argument there. And of course, the first comment was, he said, "Dummy." He says, half a day of trade war says that the Trump administration won.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. That's
right.
If that's the best you can do, man.
It's funny that it was roses. I thought our biggest import from Colombia was poppy powder.
Poppy powder? Yeah, I guess. I don't think it's from poppy.
Okay, that was bad. I had to throw that out there. You start talking flowers there.
Yeah, Lord of my little friend.
Mornings in Meridian. Good morning, caller. How you doing?
MAGA morning, true American patriots. MAGA, MAGA, MAGA. Roger, it's nice for you to attend your own show.
Well, here we go.
Hey, don't get used to it. Don't get used to it.
Well, Joe and I have offered to do it, you know.
Yeah.
But no, nothing sweeps like a new broom.
Well, I want you to say, you mentioned you and Joe on our very last show before the station shut down.
Before the second coming.
We want you and Joe to do that show.
That'll be the highest listenership you've ever had.
Boy, and it'll be the last
We'll take
listenership we've ever
questions
had.
from everybody. But no, this shows what dynamic leadership can do.
Come on.
Yep.
You know, promises made, promises kept to the American people. You know, and like I said, we are going to change this. Now, these disgruntled demon cats, like you said about the roses and mess, look, everything we need to grow in this country. We need to make right here with Americans' labor, American materials, American technology, you know, and these little despots that are going to try America out, you're wasting your time, man. We're going to cut you off like a bad habit. You'll be down there eating them roses in Colombia and be snorting that Peruvian marching powder up your nose. What is the basic product of Colombia? Cocaine? Is that it?
And roses.
And
yeah.
roses, yeah.
Yeah. You know, these third world little, I cannot use the proper term, anal orifice countries. No, you're dealing with the big guy now, the real big guy. And just like the border, we're going to secure that border. And this guy, Dan Crenshaw, I think he's a Navy SEAL, retired SEAL, the guy with the eye patch.
Yeah, Dan Crenshaw.
I like what he said. It's time to kill the cartel. Time to kill the cartel.
When I heard that was that the cartels were going to be listed as foreign terrorist groups.
That's right. Shoot on sight.
I said, I think a couple things are going to happen. They're going to get real quiet and disperse, or they're going to turn it up and make life miserable for the president.
Well, we can make their life miserable too with predator drones and gunships and that little heifer down there in Mexico is supposed to be the president down there, whatever. You either take care of it or we'll take care of it.
Is that country that's across the Gulf of America over there?
The Gulf, yeah.
Yeah, the Gulf of America. But the thing about it, they want to be mouthy and all. Trump's got the power, man. We shut the checkpoints down. Nothing comes out of your country. Nothing goes into your country. We've got the power, and we're going to use it. Now, this kumbaya, let's all love, get along, it ain't never worked since the beginning of time, and it ain't going to work today either. We don't need to make friends with our enemies. We need to destroy and vanquish our enemies. So the world needs to pick what side it wants to be on. You going to be with us, or you going to be with yourself or somebody else? But there are consequences for your decision. And we need to cut the world welfare out. This country, that's American taxpayer money. That's not the government's money and some church group, all this other mess. We're going to rebuild America first. I understand charity and all that other, but it begins at home. These countries hate us. We're pissing off billions of dollars to every damn year. Why are we doing that? How stupid is that? Are we trying to win friends and influence people? Or we're changing heart and mind? Well, you got to worry about changing that heart and mind. It goes with the package. So, America first, and real Americans first. Clean this garbage up. These mayors and governors that don't want to cooperate, put them in jail. Put them in jail. Make an example of them.
Pete Hegseth called. He wants you to put your uniform back on, Hed.
Well, if they got one that'll fit, buddy, I'll be there today. just like I said, Trump wants me down on the border to shoot him. We're going to light some butts up, man.
Well,
And
I don't think he wants you to do that necessarily, but he does want you to stop him.
well, everybody. And here's something else. We got a little bit more time. I've got the dial-in number to ICE. I think every American patriot needs it. There needs to be a bounty hunter type deal. And you suspect these people are illegal aliens, you suspect somebody is hiring illegal aliens, the government needs to put a lock on your business, and now your business belongs to the United States of America. You're aiding and abetting a known criminal. You're obstructing justice just for a start, and we're going to put you down. And all these people that want all this diversity and just let this be the big whatever, y'all take them to your house. You feed them and clothe them on your dime. But you don't set the morals and the standards for this country. The laws set the morals and standards for this country, and they're based on God's law. Thank you very much. In the Western Hemisphere, it is the Judeo-Christian laws. And nowhere in there does it say that you take the enemies into your country, into your camp, and let them destroy your country. And the common sense, I love that term, and it's being used now. We have common sense. That's better than all these overeducated idiots got more degrees than a thermometer and can't even wipe their own rear. Like that new scum out there in California. People are seeing him for what he is, a petty dictator. Get rid of him. They should march on Sacramento. I call it Sacred Minnow. And burn him in effigy and recall him.
Okay.
Get rid of the trash. Like I said, nothing sweeps like a new broom. Roger that.
All right. You too can be part of the show. Call 601-485-9191, 601-485-9191. Be here on the show with us.
Yeah, you mentioned Pete Hegseth. Of course, he got confirmed over the weekend. Of course,
Wasn't that a crazy delay?
It was a delay, and of course, that's the one thing about having the presidency is the tie-breaking vote goes to the vice president, and of course, that's what put him over the top. I think with him getting confirmed, I think this kind of paves the way for, I think, the rest of them, I would imagine, because he had the most trouble you would think of getting through. But of course, Kristi Noem looks
Kash
like
Patel, does he look all right?
I think he's gonna be fine.
Yeah.
I mean, if we don't get if there's not more than 3 Republicans that go by the wayside, Mitch McConnell, Murkowski, and of course Collins. Those are the 3 right there.
Some outstanding rhinos.
Well, I mean, look at it this way. I thought Clay Travis put it the best, talking about Mitch McConnell, and of course, is Collins? I think Collins is in Alaska. Trump won those 2 states by an average of 32 points. And you're going to go against the will of the voting bloc in your states.
Well, Mitch is done, so he don't care.
Yeah. So it's like, with Mitch McConnell, it's like, come on, man.
He just don't
step
want to be
aside.
He just don't want to be investigated.
Yeah. So, but
I was just saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, you're going to go against the folks in your state that voted for Trump overwhelmingly, and you're going to go against that agenda.
As for Collins and Murkowski, why don't they just put the D beside their name and be done with it?
Yeah, I agree.
Quit
pretending.
Quit pretending, exactly. It's Mornings in Meridian. We want you to be part of the show. We'd love to hear from you. And, of course, we were going to talk about our good folks down there at Purvis Business Machines because they have this great motto. It's called Service, Not Excuses.
That's right. Since 1979, they've been doing that. And, of course, the great thing about Purvis Business Machines, not only can you save up to 85% on those lease return, color, or black and white copiers.
It's like a print shop right there in your office.
It is like a print shop. But the great thing about them is the fact that they will come and connect that device, that printer, scanner, copier, that big machine to all your devices. It's seamless. They are there to do that for you, and that's where the service part of Purvis Business Machines comes in. They will take care of your machine when they hook it up and also continually service it when it's needed. All you got to do is call them 601-693-COPY or check out their website, gopurvis.com. Or go see them at their wonderful showroom, 4505 Highway 39 North. Purvis Business Machines. It's service, not excuses.
Exactly.
1979.
Good folks. Go down and see them. And, of course, enjoy that pristine showroom where you can see all the products. Pristine.
Yes.
That's
Love it.
That's not a girl's name. It's another name for clear, clean,
Pristine
nice.
could be a girl's name, though.
Yeah, well, I guess it could. I guess it could. It's Mornings in Meridian. Of course, we're speeding through this first segment. We're glad you're out there and tuned in. We want you to be part of the show. We give our number out there bravely, 601-485-9191. 601-485-9191. Put you right here on the show with us. And, of course, it looks like this week it's going to be a little bit warmer than last week. I think today we're going to get up in the 50s.
Yeah.
Is that what we're going to be?
What is this? Tropical wave?
And
Balmy.
did I see something like 70s next week?
Yeah, I saw that.
It's
Already. It's too soon.
Let's start making plans for the beach.
Yep.
All right. When we come back, we're going to be having a special guest with us, so stay tuned. We'll be right there. Don't go away. Miss Helen Sims. She's in the house. If you probably recognize that as New Order. New Order keyboard player Gillian Gilbert is 64 years old today. But he probably still has a voice a lot like that, though.
You think?
Yeah, I think so.
Sure.
You know, that's just the type of music you'd probably hear on our new format sister station, our newly formatted sister station.
That's right.
Which, Rob, tell them what that is.
Yeah, just launched this morning. Frequency is 106.9. It is the brand new Mix 106, the best mix of the 80s, 90s, 2K, and today.
2K. Wait a minute. 80s, 90s, 2K, and today.
There you go. Brand new.
You know, Rob was thinking about the bed and be the phrase.
Said I get out of bed. That's it.
Yeah, I've done my work for today.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, that was good.
Here, bring me some coffee.
The 80s, 90s, 2K, and today.
That's right.
I love it. Anyway, so happy birthday. If today, the 27th of January, is your birthday, James Cromwell, actor, 85 today. Wow. Bridget Fonda, 61. Yes, indeed.
Like he did.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay, let me move on down the list
about
here.
20 years. Okay.
Patton Oswalt is 56.
Okay.
You know, you've been seeing him all over the place. And, of course, actress Rosamund Pike, 46. So, happy birthday. If today is your birthday, you also share it with NFL star and sports commentator Chris Collinsworth.
Oh,
He's 66.
Mm.
Okay.
Oh.
All right. Well, I'll tell you what, in just a moment, we're going to be introducing our guest, but we want to remind folks that, you know, if you're hungry right now, just don't get out of the drive-through line. Just go right down to exit 150, get you a nice hot breakfast at the Magnolia Restaurant.
Something like the long haul breakfast. Now, if you're a long haul truck driver or you just got a long Monday ahead of you, that thing will keep you going all day long.
I'll take good old scrambled eggs hard with some hash browns and sausage.
You're putting your order in now,
Yeah,
right?
I'm
Okay,
putting
why
my
not?
order
Yeah,
in.
okay, maybe they're listening. And, of course, at lunch, we've got beef tips over rice, hamburger steak, hot roast. Man, homemade. You know it's good. Fried chicken. They got the veggie plates, the Biggie Burger. How big is it, Rob?
Huge.
It's the humongous hamburger. Although Biggie Burger just kind of flows better. That's why they called it that. Go see them. Exit 150. If you got a lunch hour, give them a call, 601-482-0259. By the time you get up there, the food is hot and ready. Pick it up. Go back to your office. Eat it. Much better than that fast food. And, it's all homemade.
I just stay right there in the truck stop. You
Or
can
you can
watch
do that, too.
Fox News on the screen and talk to all the neighbors that come in and visit.
Meet some friendly folks.
That's
the coffee's
right.
always hot.
That's the Magnolia Restaurant. Good job. Good job. All right. We're glad to have a special guest in the studio right now. Of course, she is the membership chairperson for the East Mississippi Business Development Corporation, the EMBDC. You heard him talk about it. Let's welcome to the microphone Mrs. Helen Sims.
Thank you, guys. Thank you for having me.
How are you doing?
Well, it's early.
Well, it's Monday, and it's early on a Monday.
It's rainy. It's cold, but I'm here.
And, of course, this morning had to roll your eyes a little bit when you said, oh, I got to get up and go do this thing.
No, I was looking forward to talking to you guys.
Oh, well, that's even better. We're glad you're here. And, of course, there is a big announcement about the EMBDC, about who's coming to town tomorrow.
Yes.
And, of course, you want to highlight any of that?
I definitely do. I hope your listeners have been aware that we had a big announcement a couple weeks ago about a new data center. And so I'm here to invite anyone and everyone to our annual meeting. It's tomorrow, Tuesday at 2 o'clock at the MSU Riley Center. We are so fortunate. We have special speakers. Governor Tate Reeves will be with us. Anthony Wilson, President of Mississippi Power, will be talking. Dr. Mark Keenum, Mississippi State University president, will be here. And then our special guest speaker is President A.J. Byers of Compass Data Centers. So he's going to give us the firsthand lowdown of what's coming. And we have great things coming here to Meridian and Lauderdale County. And we don't want anyone to miss that.
There have been a lot of questions people have asked about the Compass Data Centers project and what is it going to be, and how big is it going to be, and how many people will be employed, and all this kind of thing. Well, there'll be some answers brought to town tomorrow.
Correct. That's why we would love for people to get the right information, and we want to get the information out there to everyone. Because, a lot of times if something new is happening, the first thing we start doing is start trying to pick it apart and we start guessing, and guessing is not a good thing. So we want people to feel free that they can come. It's not only open to our members, our businesses that have been supporting us for years and years, because this is a celebration for them, because this wouldn't be possible without the support of all our local businesses. And I don't think people understand, right now we have 492 businesses that are part of our EMBDC.
Wow. Okay. Now that's again, just to explain, businesses do pay a certain amount of, I guess you call it dues or investment each year, and there's actually just nearly 500 of them in town that do that.
Correct. I really was hoping that we would be breaking that 500 number right before, because we've had an influx. Last year we had 31 businesses that joined the EMBDC. The majority of those were new businesses, but we've also seen an influx of businesses that have participated in the past, because we're encouraging them to get back on, because without them, we can't do what we do every day. We can offer more services. We help businesses network with one another. We do offer some different training throughout the year. We're about to start back our business spotlights, where we'll highlight local businesses just to let people know what's out there and who to support. We also are hoping to do some training, because we have software that our businesses can use, and that way they can intercommunicate with each other. So that would be another beneficial thing that they can have. They can let other businesses know if they have specials and whatever. So that's part of being part of the EMBDC. But the biggest part, Roger, is that it's an investment in your community. And I feel like each business should want to be investing in their community. By pooling that money together, we can do a lot more.
I know there's been a lot of questions about the EMBDC and its value to our community over the years, and because it has been, if you've been in this community, a couple of decades and more, there's been this constant fight to get new business into our town, new industry into our town, and there's been some minimal successes along the way, and now there's something quite major coming in now. So what do you say to those who have been maybe critical throughout the life of the MBDC?
Yeah, I can understand there would be some frustration, but let's just say the people that work at the MBDC, it's frustrating. It's heartbreaking when you get so close that you think you have somebody right there that's going to come and make a huge impact, and something falls through. And most people don't realize how many pieces to the puzzle there are. You have to get your city officials, your county officials, everybody working together to make these deals come together. And our executive director, Bill Hanna, has tirelessly been working, and he hasn't gotten overly frustrated. He just continues to go out there and look for other ways to try and attract businesses. And this is one that he's worked for over a year trying to put this deal together. And so this is really a celebration, and we're really lucky to have him at the helm. We have a great staff right now. Matt Shanrock is our executive director of the Main Street program, and so he's doing a great job with our downtown revitalization and getting that word out. And then I was brought on as membership director, and McCall Waller has been brought on to take care of everything educational, and that's Leadership Lauderdale, the Youth Leadership Lauderdale program, MS Scholars. So we have, it's still a small team, but a very lean and efficient team. And so they are trying to put the money where it needs to be, and as far as trying to get the most bang for your buck.
Probably the lesser known gem in the crown of the MBDC is the Leadership Lauderdale. Mm-hmm. That has been a great program throughout the years.
It really is. It's exceptional.
So, did I say that right? Leadership Lauderdale?
I think so, yeah.
There's a Lauderdale Leadership.
I don't like it. No, Leadership Lauderdale.
Can't remember which word goes first.
It's all about leadership in Lauderdale.
That's
County,
what it is.
So
and I'm a little charged up to hear you talk about how, while there has been this reach for new businesses, and again, I have been one who's been on this station talking about, I have heard about our great railroad and airport and everything for years and years and years and years and years. But I'm excited to hear that the MBDC has tangibly assisted and worked with existing companies here in town to make sure that their needs are met, or their expectations are heard.
Correct. And, we don't want to always just hear the great things. We need to know if something's going wrong, if a business needs anything. So just feel free to call our office. We'd love to be able to help you get in contact with whoever needs to solve your problem. That's what we're here for.
I'm going to see if I can remember that number, 601-693-3306. Is that right?
Don't look at me.
Don't look at me
I'm like, whatever.
I think that's it.
Just randomly say some numbers. I'm
well,
going to nod.
I was always calling them
right.
and say, here's what the problem is. Here's what the problem is.
Right. I call the helpline somewhere else, but get Bangladesh.
693-1306.
1306.
1306. I said
1306.
33. I was close.
That's
whatever.
so close.
It's a Google away.
Close doesn't really count with telephone numbers.
Just
you know?
a Google away.
So let me ask you. We've obviously got this big project coming into town, and
Yes.
what is obviously it's going to take a lot of trained employees, and so is the EMBDC kind of facilitating maybe workforce development with MCC and other entities to kind of as a support entity, I guess you would say, for all of this big industry and all of the auxiliary industries that will come and join this one.
Yes.
Which I may be getting ahead of myself there, but
Well, I don't want to steal any of the thunder from tomorrow, but yes, we will help facilitate all of that so that we can meet their needs as they need them, because there'll be construction and then they'll be doing actual work. So all of that, all the details you'll get to hear tomorrow. But yes, we will be behind the scenes making sure that they are well staffed and ready to be up and running.
Nice.
But my understanding is we did a study. Well, I didn't do a study, but I found a study on Northern Virginia and the data centers they have there, which is a huge industry for them, I guess, actually all over the state of Virginia. And they've looked at different size ones. But accompanying these data centers are other kind of, I guess you would say, data-oriented companies that want to be geographically close to the data centers because I think there's some latency. They lose some information the further you are away. So I guess that would be the next step in the EMBDC as far as attracting those. And once again, I don't want you to reveal anything that may be in the future, but
I do.
Okay, reveal it.
Yeah.
Let's have the big reveal.
But I mean, just realistically, let's just think. Once any of the communities that you've seen around the state, the South, whatever, when that first one lands, it's like a domino effect. And it makes
all
other
fall over,
companies, look and go, what have we missed here? And so that's why I'm very hopeful, and I think it's a great time for Meridian. And I think I didn't grow up here in Meridian. I'm going on 17 years right now. But I think it's a very special place. And I think, unfortunately, sometimes people that have only lived in a city sometimes lose sight of how special their community is. And I mean, one of our greatest assets is our people. They're creative, they're smart, they're extremely generous because they support one another in their endeavors. And so that's why I think Compass is lucky that they're coming here to Meridian, because I think they're going to find.
That's a good way to put it.
Yeah.
They're
So
quite
I think,
fortunate.
They're the lucky ones.
yeah, I think we're lucky, but I think they're going to be lucky too. I think we will welcome those people, but I think it's a pivotal time for people to rethink the way they think of our community, because we are going to have some changes. We're going to grow. There's going to be extra money coming into our economy. And I think that's where we have to sit there and think, okay, we can't think like we have over the years, just small town. This is our time to shine. And I think it's an amazing time for us to kind of recalibrate and be very positive, because yes, we have some problems. We have crime and different things, but guess what? Everyone else does too. So let's just come together and let's figure out ways that we can work on solving those problems so that we can capture even more people that would come to our community and see how special we really are.
Very good. We have a caller on the line here. Let's go. Well, no, we don't. So that's all right. They were there. Now they're gone.
And I think it's interesting because I think Meridian has suffered from an inferiority complex for decades. And hopefully we can now have some pride, because we do have a lot of really good things here. And I hear that, I'm downtown, I hear a lot of visitors, hear what they have to say. And people from all over the state, but really all over the country, come and see what we have, and they say, this is so cool. You guys are so lucky to have this. And I don't think that we, as residents here, we kind of lose sight of that. And, if you can look at it with fresh eyes, there is a lot of really good things happening. And I think, when you look at the current slate of candidates for the city council, I mean, there's a lot of, I think, new things on the horizon as far as governance goes as well. So really, it's an exciting time to be here. I feel it in the air that we've got this new data center, we've got the possibility of some new candidates for governance, and so really, there's a lot. It's a bright future, I think, for Meridian.
Bright future. Let's go to the phones right now. Good morning. Welcome to our show. Any questions or comments for Helen Sims?
Oh, the gray wolf.
So she gets a wolf call here, though, right out of the gate.
It's kind of it's a little inappropriate.
Phone number is 601-693-1306.
1306. That we appreciate
Okay.
it by
And
one
yes,
number.
the NBDC has assisted a bunch of companies,
Yeah.
including some that did not come here. They do a collaboration with Mississippi State to present to a potential incoming industry the workforce inventory. And they can do that workforce inventory at whatever level that workforce is looking for. And so, having been July will be 30 years involved with the NBDC.
And we are so
They are
thankful.
up against the entire nation for the competition for every something. And they don't come here for a variety of reasons, and they come here for a variety of reasons. We should be very optimistic about our outlook, and we should always have been. Anyway, having said that, I like my involvement with the NBDC. I encourage anyone else that might have any reservations about what's going on to get involved, because when you get involved, you get to see ground level.
Thank you so much. If you'll just
Enough said.
just tell us what business, because I want to brag on you, and I want everyone else to make sure that they are supporting, because that's the key right there, that we support one another and we shop local, and I really appreciate that right
He's
there.
he's the president of Teddy's Turkey Calls.
Teddy's turkey calls.
Yeah.
Wolf calls. Oh, wow. That's a turkey I'd run the other way.
Helen, this is Scott Gray with Insurance Solutions.
Awesome, Scott. You're the best.
All right.
Yes.
Hi, guys. Y'all have a great day.
Thank you,
All
sir.
Great day.
Great.
Just like the mayor.
I'll give Insurance Solutions another shout out. We have some great sponsors of our annual event, and they're one of the sponsors for our annual event as well. And that's the whole thing. Businesses that continue to give and support us, because that it takes a lot to put this on. We're going to have some great giveaways and prizes that we'll have for those that attend. So it's great information, and I think it'll be a great get together for our community that we can celebrate a big win.
All right, very good. We've got another caller on the line. Good morning. Do you have any comments for questions for Helen Sims?
Good morning, peoples. I come in peace.
Peace.
Love everybody, and there's nothing you can do
Not
about
a
it.
thing.
I hear you, Mr. Mississippi James.
All right, and I am a member of the EMBDC.
Good
Been
on
there
you.
a couple of years. Yes,
Thank
I am.
you.
Now, my question is, and this may be out of your category, but I think it's all intertwined. Looking at some of the neighborhoods, now with the money new money we get coming in, have you guys talked about any kind of grants for homeowners, fix-ups, just to make the landscape look a little better? Maybe low-interest loan or grants that can go to homeowners that's out here struggling and need roofs on their house, and so many blue tarps is around here. So just along that category, is there any talk about that beautifying the landscape here? I guess I would say.
Yeah, that's going to be outside the realm of the EMBDC, but I just encourage people to get very involved, because we have a lot of elections that are going to come up. We have a mayoral race and city council, that people get out there and really take a look. And the EMBDC is not going to come out and support anybody for any of those races. But at the same time, I encourage everyone to get out and do some research and take a look.
Pay attention.
And be part of that because, you know, we should feel that we're committed. And I really want to encourage everyone to start following us on social media with EMBDC and Downtown Meridian are our sites. They can find out information as far as what's going on that they can also follow and get updates. And I do encourage to take a look at our website, and you can take a look at the businesses that are supporting so that they can take a look at who our members are. But I do hope that we will continue to go in that direction when we get these new funds that will eventually come into our community, that there will be opportunities to make this place, to make our community look better. So I'm hopeful.
And that really should be a top priority. And what I see, a lot of dots is not connected. Now, you said a lot of good things there, but most people are not even connecting the dots. So we're going to need an entity that sets out, that encourage and help the people connect the dots.
There you go.
Because it didn't just get to look this way, you know, just by coincidence. It's just the dots are not connected. That's all I'm saying.
Thank you, Mr. Mississippi James. We're up against a break here, so appreciate the phone call, sir. Thanks.
All right, thank you.
All right, it's Mornings in Meridian, and of course, Helen, does she still have time to register to run for mayor?
She can, do it. I mean, right, she got like 4 days.
Do you want that grief?
The time is
do that to yourself.
Thank you. I love my job.
There's some
I
time.
don't want that one.
There's some time for her to get her name on there. All right, the big event is tomorrow. Just recap that for us as we go out.
Yes, Tuesday at 2 o'clock at the MSU Riley Center. We're going to be up in the theater and come and hear what the president of Compass Data Centers and the governor and Mississippi State President Mark Keenum have to say. A lot of great information. We look forward to seeing you.
All right. She is a membership developer for EMBDC. Helen Sims, thank you for taking time to be here today.
Thank you so much for having me. Y'all have a great day.
It's Mornings in Meridian. We'll take a break for Fox News. Then we'll come back. I'm Roger. He's Rob. And that's Charles. That's what our mothers named us. Meridian. It is the second hour of the two best hours of local live talk radio. So glad to be back with you folks. Contract talks broke down, but we got it solved. I'm able to come back to work at least for 2 days this week.
So you signed your contract in blood, did you?
Roger B along with Rob Atkinson.
Oh, man.
How you doing?
I'm doing good.
I would love to say that I missed you guys while I was enjoying temperatures of 60 degrees and above, but anyway, you know how that goes. All right, we're glad you're out there. Of course, say hi to Charles Frazier.
Oh, good morning.
Oh,
That guy over there, too. Oh, sorry, I forgot about you. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, say hi to Charles. Charles Frazier.
Whatever.
He's the guy.
Not even going to say hi.
And Charles, what a great job you did all week. Well, Rob was on vacation.
Yeah.
That was a good job there.
Right, thank you.
We hung in there.
Yeah,
we hung in there.
Wait, when's my what? How come I don't get a vacation? What's going on with that?
Well, about that, you got to have your own contract talks.
Okay.
Wow.
Sign it in blood.
There you
Sign
go.
it in blood and stamp it.
That's
Mornings
right.
in Meridian. We're glad
Down
you're
the
out there.
crossroads.
Our number is 601-485-9191. We've just got so many things to talk about this hour, from Tom Holman going on ABC to the Vice President Vance going on CBS to, I don't know,
Well, I'll tell you what.
any other alphabet thing we want to talk about.
We go A through Z. But one thing that we were just talking about local and kind of what's going on and all this kind of this energy that I think is building in Meridian. But we just had the Hall of Fame at the Max.
Yep.
And that attendance was fantastic.
Yep.
I mean, we
fantastic.
were packed out. I'm sure other restaurants downtown were, but a lot of dignitaries around. And it was just awesome to see.
Where did they put Rob's picture? Where do they
That's in the men's bathroom above the urinal.
ladies, actually.
Oh, really?
But,
hey.
And
Bedroom,
they
right?
lied to
Yeah.
me.
with a phone number below
You're
it.
all right.
Wait a minute.
Good Lord.
Better than a men's room with a phone number.
That's
you know,
right.
but we're not that kind of establishment.
601-485-9191. Good morning, caller. How you doing?
Hey, good morning, Lefty here.
Hey, left
Lefty, look at you.
I can't do that. Let's get in front of a mirror.
Yeah.
I just wanted to. Has anybody noticed besides me, the national news seems to be getting better and better and better. There's more good news than bad news out there. At least that's the impression that I've been getting here.
Now, are you talking about the national conservative news outlets or the national liberal mainstream, not so mainstream anymore, new media outlets? Which ones are you talking about?
Oh, I guess pretty much all of them. I don't think the liberals have got so much to complain about. They're really going to look silly.
They're not done yet.
Oh, they do look silly.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm sure they're not. The devil comes in many forms. And but it's just more and more good news.
I mean, it was just fun to.
It goes over 1,000 today.
It was just fun. It was fun to watch Martha Raddatz just try to carry on that conversation with Holman and and somehow get a gotcha in there. Didn't happen.
I don't have much stomach for Martha Raddatz, and after watching her host the debates, it was so obvious which side she was. I mean, they just can't be impartial. They can't do it, and it's just a physical impossibility.
Well, and in all fairness, there's some partiality on the side of Fox and Newsmax and some of these other medias. But yeah, we're in the day and time where you pick your poison and off you go. But I admire the fact that the president hasn't restricted anybody from saying anything on these other outlets.
Sure.
In fact, probably is encouraging them to do that, because there's one thing I've noticed about this new administration this last week. They're not afraid to talk.
No. And it's not scripted. Can you imagine old Joe doing that? Even having the people, the reporters picked out and know what questions they're going to ask. I mean, how biased is that? But, you'll never see that out of Donald Trump. That's one thing. But I thought it was hilarious in throwing out those pins like beads at the Mardi Gras parade. That was so funny. I was like, man, I tell you, that is one unique individual. And
I was just wondering who was lifting up their shirts.
God has blessed us with it. Because he's getting this country back on track. But you hear it, more and more in the news every day. I just want to know, when are we going to take the Panama Canal back from China?
Yeah, I didn't know that they were running that thing down there.
Boy, Panama, the government of Panama had no clue they were going to get thrown in the spotlight this year. I bet they're playing
on their
some.
bingo card.
They're playing some. I guess they're making nice. They're trying to make nice now, I think, but it's clear that they say they didn't let China have the canal, but it seems like there's a lot of management of that canal done by Chinese companies.
That's unreal. I've never understood why we gave it back to the Panamanians after we bought and paid for it. That's just something I never did really hear out of the Carter administration. But
I think it's the same reason they gave Mar-a-Lago back to the family that donated it, because they didn't feel like the U.S. government, could spend $1 million a year taking care of Mar-a-Lago.
Well,
so therefore, it left it to private real estate developers to come in and buy it and make it something. I'm using that as an illustration because that's exactly what happened.
Well, I mean, it's a little bit different with a sovereign country.
I know that, but it was all about the idea of the cost of operation.
And I think that, the mistake was made when Carter said, okay, he relinquishes all control. And, with certain caveats and things like that, as far as it can't, be taken over by a foreign power.
How many millions of dollars of revenue did we get every year from ships coming through the Panama Canal?
Yeah.
That's what I don't understand is why did we ever give it up? Because we definitely was in the black, wasn't it? It never was like Amtrak was. It never made a profit.
Well, I have no idea. I have no idea what the financial...
I think it makes a lot of money. It's the biggest money maker for the country of Panama.
I'm not even sure what Carter and his administration was thinking.
You would think that there should be special consideration given to American flag ships or whatever that's going to be, American trade that's going through there. We get a discount because we built the thing.
Exactly.
But also we should have a certain say in the operation of that. Now, it is in Panama, so, I don't know that we could really take it over and have that part of the country as American territory.
When you see the amount of money
to begin with before we gave it to them.
Yeah, when you see the amount of money we're going to give them as a result of taking it back, they're going to be glad to. They're actually probably secretly wanting us to come take it.
Well, it sure is refreshing to get some good news on the national front, or things that are good for this country. Still hadn't had an answer to the Keystone Pipeline. Are we going to crank that back up or what? But I figured that would have at least been mentioned in the news here lately, but I haven't heard anything about that. Have y'all?
No, I hadn't been mentioned.
I hadn't either.
There's just been some general conversation about making sure that we have good oil reserves and
energy independence.
We drill and so it might be incorporated in that general discussion. But we'll see. You're right. We'll just wait and see. Let's remember.
It's been a week.
It's just now been 1 week.
Not even quite, actually, but yeah, it's close.
He's got a lot of fires to put out, but he's definitely getting on the right track. And liberals beware is all I can say. Is buckle up, pilgrims.
There you go.
Because it's a new day, and people have had enough, and we can be what we used to be and be proud of. That's just it. And I hope there's a new generation of patriots out there. It seems like everybody that is a patriot's about 50 and older.
So you're telling me it's not wrong to feel exceptional?
No, it's not.
Okay.
It never has been in my books. Because we are better than the rest of the world, and that's why we are, because we have a little bit of everything in this country. And that's what makes this country so good, in my opinion. But, these liberals are just, in that bleeding heart priestess or whatever the heck she was. Good Lord.
The bishop.
I don't know how many people she thinks she spoke for besides herself, but I don't think it's gonna fly very far, do y'all?
Well, the night Trump's a bishop, so or something like that. We'll see how that goes.
I'll have to give him patience for sitting there and enduring that while she was going on. But anyway, I'm listening, y'all. I just want to say it's nice to hear some good news every day when you wake up.
Amen. All right.
So, y'all keep it on, and Roger, see if you can stay here for a whole week.
Ooh, that's a challenge.
I did a week ago. I was here for a whole week.
A week, 2 weeks ago, maybe.
I was here for a whole week. You met with Charles. Charles can validate that. I was here for an entire week.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's very challenging.
I appreciate it. Thanks for the call there, Lefty.
All right, see you. Bye.
All right. Mornings in Meridian. Glad you're out there. And of course, if you're distraught about your plumbing problems and you keep saying, I'm going to get around to doing something about it, won't you just do it? Go see Barber and Son Plumbing. Go see Gary Barber. Show him a picture of the problem. Let him tell you how to fix it, and he'll even show you some tips about how to fix it. He'll make a plumber out of you is what he'll do. But if you don't want to do it, he can send a crew out there, and they'll just zip it right up in no time.
Zip it up. I think that's what we should do around here sometimes.
Wow.
Oh. Barber and Sons Plumbing have been doing it for over 80 years. They pretty much invented indoor plumbing. They've got all kinds, pretty much every kind of plumbing part available in stock. If they don't have it in stock, they'll order for you and get it to you soon. You don't have to wander around a big box store looking for aisle 47, bin 32. You get the wrong part. You got to bring it back. Nope, it's one-stop shopping at Barber and Sons Plumbing, 1123 26th Avenue. You can give them a call, 601-482-7023. Not only will you get the right plumbing part, you'll get detailed instructions on how to install it, and you probably get a good story to boot. Go see them, Barber and Sons Plumbing, 1123 26th Avenue.
All right, it's Mornings in Meridian. Our number here is 601-485-9191. That's our talk line. Let's take a phone call. Good morning, caller.
Morning, guys. How are you?
Good morning, Ms. Ruth.
Gee, I was so disappointed on Thursday night because I expected to see
Come on, you can do it.
The one who's the railroad, who's down there with the railroad people now. Come on, guys.
No.
With the Railroad Museum?
McKee.
Oh, Annie. Yeah.
McKee.
Okay.
There we go. And McKee. I mean, have been trying to meet Natasha Frederick, the Port Laureate for America for 2 consecutive years since 2002. And so I think I called earlier that day to say, that I was excited about it, but I had heard at the Martin King celebration, people were thinking that she was Caucasian rather than African American. And so I got on the phone and I was calling various kinds of people. No, you're looking at the pictures. And of course, what I want to say about Ann is that when we had that African American read-in, that's in February, another one is coming up every year. It comes up. And remember, I told you about Shauna who to the First Union Church to read poetry, Tupac's poetry. And McKee came to that particular read-in at the church and read something from Natasha Frederick's book. And so I thought that she would definitely want to meet her and would be there, but I didn't see her. But I was really excited about the turnout. I mean, there were droves of people all over the place, as Charles said, and I think that is a good thing. And perhaps, as a matter of fact, she gifted me her conversation with Natasha Frederick, and I bought the House of Being, and then her Native Gardens, which she won the Pulitzer Prize for. So the whole thing, what I want to say is, I guess, is that I'm so happy that she was able to come, and I'm so sorry that we were not able to get the word out to people who definitely would have been there had they known who she was.
All right.
There's no doubt in my mind about it. Thanks, guys.
All right. Thank you for the phone call. You too can be part of the show, 601-485-9191. We were talking about Martha Radix earlier. I got a little audio about, from the what this week on ABC. Is that what it was?
Now, is this the Holman? Was he on there?
He was on here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tom.
I think I've got
in the country illegally and going into schools and
just
grabbing
to have a
them.
little back and forth.
Kids,
The
adults.
message needs to be clear. There's consequences for entering a country illegally. If we don't show there's consequences, you're never going to fix the border problem.
Estimates are that there are 11 million undocumented immigrants in this country right now. How can you possibly afford to deport all of those people?
Well, I'll leave it up to Congress. I think Congress, the president has a mandate. This is the #1 issue that people voted on. I think Congress has a mandate to give us money we need. What price you put on national security?
More detention centers?
What price you put on? What price you put on all these young ladies have been raped and murdered and burned alive? What price you put on that? What price you put on Lincoln Riley's life? What price you put on national security? Like I just explained, when you have a surge like this, we don't secure that border. That's when national security threats enter the country. That's when sex trafficking goes up. That's when the fentanyl comes in that kills 250,000 Americans. I don't put a price on that.
And on those detention centers.
Anyway, how can you possibly afford that?
Well, I mean, when you have a basically no border czar the last 4 years, we're having to play catch up and then some and then some and then some. And they are doing what they promised they were going to do, and that is go after the toughest of the tough, and that's these criminals.
It's triage.
I mean, and that's where they're starting at right now. And 11 million, it's a lot of folks, and I think it's even more than 11 million.
And they won't. They won't.
So.
They're not going to deport 11 million people.
No,
it's just not going to happen.
Logistically, well, it's not impossible, but it's beyond challenging. But yeah, get rid of the criminals, of course.
Yeah.
You start there, and then you see what happens, And there are people who've been in this country 20, 30 years.
Yeah.
And should special consideration be given to them? They did come in illegally, but have they been productive members of our society? Are they valuable to our country at this point? And those are the questions that we need to ask ourselves. But let's get rid of those criminals first. And I know there are some who say they're all criminals because they came here illegally, and I think that's a fair point.
Yeah.
But there are those who are actually committing crimes while they're here. And get the gang members out and get those who are, whatever the crime is. You committed one, sorry, we're sending you back to Colombia.
But
and they're paying for your ticket.
But it's like they are just
right.
they're just appalled by it as like, well, the guy said he was going to do it on the campaign trail, and, well, they're doing it. Why are you shocked? Why are you shocked?
And here's one thing to keep in mind, too. What aircraft did you see them getting on when they were deported? Military.
Yeah.
These military airplanes are flying anyway. They're training. They're doing so now they're just doing a sortie to Colombia or to Guatemala or whatever. So it's like that's.
Are they doing parachute training as well?
Well,
here you go. Put this on. We're not stopping, by the way, guys.
We're going to test this brand new.
Right.
I got some information for you. The president of Colombia did not allow us to land, so therefore we're going to issue each of you this backpack.
Okay.
Just pay attention to this important little metal ring right here. This is very important.
And that's an interesting point that the Colombian president didn't want these guys back. And why do you think that is?
Because they're the worst of the worst.
Of course, he's like, no, we don't want them. But we're gonna have a little trade war, and then he's like, fine, whatever, we'll take them. We're just going to lock them up as soon as they land. Probably would be the wise.
And the whole idea from these countries was this was a way to weaken a country they cannot attack. They can't attack America with weapons and tanks and airplanes and missiles, but here's what they can do. They can get all their crap and send it to us over this open border.
That may have been, I don't know if it was by design or not. And
not
some of it may be.
Not by design, except that
be.
I'm sure that many took advantage of that. They said, wait, open borders, here's what we do. Boom, let's burn,
I'm
let's
facing
burn the
charges
American
in
people.
Colombia. I'm going to go north and make some money, get a free cell phone and a free hotel room.
I have some good news for you. You get out of jail today.
Right.
The bad news is you can't stay here. You got to walk all the way to America. Mornings in Meridian. Let's take a phone call here. Whoa, we can't take a phone call. It's not there. I tell you what we can do, though. We can tell you where to get your windshield fixed.
Well, there's only one place to get your windshield fixed.
I know. A&A Glass.
Adam and Adam got it going on. #1 glass replacement company here in town for 10 years running. I think they're doing something right. What do you think? You can go see him at 217 22nd Avenue, also called Seal Award
Calhoun
Parkway, just 2 doors down from the Meridian Children's Museum. 601-693 Glass is their number. They're open 8 to 4 Monday through Friday. They'll be happy to help repair your windshield. It's got a little crack in it, before it gets too big. They'll repair it or they'll replace it. Fast, friendly, efficient. They'll be any price in town. A&A Glass is the place to go.
I saw the invoice from my wife's windshield repair. And, of course, when I looked at the bottom line, when I saw the bottom line, it was all zeros.
What?
It was all zeros.
All zeros.
That was because the insurance company took care of the windshield repair. Yes, very good. So
Jeffrey Wilson.
So we got that going for us, which is nice. So it's just that's what you do, A&A Glass. So there you have it. Boy, you don't know how hard it was him doing these ad-lib commercials while you were away.
Oh.
Didn't have the Calhoun. Didn't have huge.
I prompted him, and he's like, "What?" And I'm like, he's like, "Oh, Calhoun."
Should live like recordings of everything.
We'll take a break. We'll be right back.
By the Senate by the narrowest
is a blast from the past. You can hear Jay Giles Band on our sister station, WKZB 97.9.
The Buzz.
I like the way you boom that in there. Good job, Rob. And, of course,
That was a little weird.
we want to say a big, what?
The groan.
Oh, yeah.
What are you talking about? What are you talking about here, boy?
Yeah. The growl.
Alabama growl. That's right.
Of course.
Please, you said Alabama.
Oh, no.
It's been a while since I've been here.
Oh,
Is Jalen Hurts an Alabama product, or is he Oklahoma?
Oklahoma.
Oklahoma.
Got one Super Bowl.
Oklahoma.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, we don't recognize that. Shut your mouth.
Playing some Giles because Seth Justman, he's 74 years old today, about the age of Tuscaloosa Ted. They're about that,
right,
and I think he lives in a mobile home as well.
Yeah, next door.
Let's see, other birthdays: Pink Floyd's drummer Nick Mason, 81. I bet he can still drum. And let's see some other folks up there. Iron Maiden's guitar, Janet Gears, 68. There you go. There's some folks out there. Rosamund Pike, the actress, 46 years old. The lovely, the talented. Playing that centerfold, that was always kind of a fun little song back in was it the 80s when the thing came out?
80s.
Yeah. It was, I saw this news here, and I'm not endorsing this by any means, but it just say that Playboy returns to print with Lori Harvey on the cover, according to the company. It says magazine is bringing back its print issues after stopping during the pandemic 5 years ago.
Okay.
Well, God bless America.
Excuse me for thinking this, though. Wouldn't you think the pandemic would be a time to have, I don't know.
You would think stay at home
stay
and
at home,
right,
I don't
people
know.
aren't getting out. And
People like to read. I mean,
Articles.
There are articles? What are you talking about?
What?
I didn't know there were articles in Playboy. Right. I mean, I've seen some of those big articles in the middle,
I knew if I set this up, it would go. It would go. I knew if I set it up.
You know I live in that gutter.
Yeah, I can tell you what. So
we're all there with you.
It's just interesting right there.
Just stating the obvious.
Coming up also, I have this is hilarious. A list of countries. We'll talk about this in a little bit. Countries that Americans shouldn't visit in 2025.
Oh, shouldn't visit.
Shouldn't visit. We have the.
Don't go to Colombia. I'd say that.
Colombia on the top of the list.
You know what? I need to add that.
Yeah, Colombia.
Yeah.
End of the list.
Colombia.
I don't like you.
What's Ukraine like this time of year?
Yeah. Probably a little snowy, but in the spring it's quite nice from what I understand.
You might want to bring heavy coat.
Oh, man.
You might want to bring heavy coat and hat. Mornings in Meridian. Let's take a phone call. Good morning. Welcome to our show.
Good morning, fellas. I'm glad to answer the phone to entertain.
Hey, Senior Chief. Welcome aboard, sir.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate it. Thanks very much. Couple things. One, I was off Columbia many times. We received combat pay. And off Columbia. Whopping $80 a month. Well, I'll tell you, it's worth it. Anyway, the Colombians don't play. And if we're going to drop these people off, they're going to take them at the aircraft and go put them in a truck, and everything's good. Wink, wink, wink. And then we're going to have a Katyn Forest incident. Do you know what I'm talking about?
No.
Okay. The Russians took the entire leadership of the Polish army, all 5,000 of them, took them into the Katyn Forest and shot them in the back of the head.
I see.
And blamed it on the Germans post-World War II. We dug them all up. So what they're probably going to do is take these people and take them out into the edge of the jungle and feed the wildlife. And that's probably what's going to happen. I wouldn't guarantee it. I know this, that we sat on the radio and listened to them machine gunning. We tracked aircraft, and we were tracking a twin engine that dropped marijuana bales over Texas. When it landed, we turned it over to Colombians, and they had bought C-130 gunships. You know what Puff Magic Dragon is, right?
Ooh, wow.
And they shot the airfield down. Everything on the airfield died. It didn't matter if you were just stopping to get fuel. If you were on that airfield, you're toast. So that's what I suspect will happen.
Is this information you're allowed to tell us? It's too late now.
It's out there.
Too late now. It's been put out on the radio.
I guess so.
We're not, this is back in the 90s now. This has been a while.
The war on drugs, yes.
Yes, sir, the war on drugs. We called it a crack pack because we were stationed in the Pacific Fleet, but they sent us out, into Panama, into Colombia. to deal with it. So there you go. What are you going to do with that?
Kind of like the way the government stayed behind and protected Mr. Seal during those times.
Well, how about Hegseth, Pete Hegseth?
Yes.
Yeah.
You do realize he was a major. I told you that before the last time I called, if I remember correct.
Yeah.
Do you realize he's not part of the STAR group, so they're going to probably treat him pretty poorly.
Well,
retired at upper end, your 010s, your 09s, stuff like that.
But what about some of the past SecDefs we've had? You've had Rumsfeld, you've had people like McNamara back in the 60s.
You're talking about those aardvarks.
Well, I'm talking about people that never served or people that didn't have the rank. I mean, this is not a new thing for Secretary of Defense. In fact, it's actually kind of interesting that the person does have some time in the military.
I absolutely support Hegseth on this point because he's got a lot of common sense.
Yeah.
He's a combat veteran. I don't care if he's a major or a general, but there's those that don't like it when you don't fit within their little bitty neat, their little neat idea of how things supposed to be. And there's that battle going on. So I suspect they're going to try to undercut him at some point. And I hope that he sees it quickly and hammers them down. And,
I think he's sharp. I think he's sharp enough to watch for it. He's sharp enough to see it, and he's sharp enough to prepare for it.
Well, I hope so. But now, and then the last thing I want to say is Trump. I don't always agree with everything Trump says.
Oh,
but
who does?
I believe that man does not say anything that he doesn't have an ulterior motive. The man is not. The best word to describe him in my vocabulary is audacious, not gregarious. Gregarious is humorous but loud. Trump is audacious because he takes steps and does things that people look at him with their jaw hanging open. So he is audacious, and I like that. He's a leader, and I don't care that he isn't prior military except for his time in one of the academies. The thing is, the man knows what he's doing. He sticks to his guns. And we haven't had that politician so long that he's technically a breath of fresh air.
Amen.
And there are those who might even disagree with me, but at this point in my life, I don't care.
Have you already impressed all the people you want to impress?
I think so.
Yeah.
I mean, I think I've done enough. I'm just going to try to do what's right and go on and live my life. And by the way, A&A class is the bomb.
Oh,
nice.
Great.
Good call there.
Yes, sir. So you got any arguments with me, young man, you wish to bring
I just want to know how the old blood pumper's doing. How's your blood pumper?
Well, I'm just pulled up to the driver's license services to buy my license again. Let's see, my wife is still mad at me for whatever I did the other day, so I'm good to go. Baby.
All right, you're doing good then. All right.
Going to the DMV.
I'm about to say, yeah.
All right, hope it goes well.
Yeah, some Valium.
Yes, all right, y'all stay out of trouble now, all right?
Thank you.
All right, we'll do our best.
All right, Senior Chief, carry on, sir.
Yes, sir, and thank you.
During that conversation there, Governor Reeves, who we mentioned is going to be in town tomorrow for the big event, put an update on the income tax elimination over in Jackson. Of course, that's been a hot topic. The House passed their version of income tax elimination, HB 1, by a vote of 88 yeas against only 24 nays 10 days ago. So now every Republican in the Mississippi House is on record supporting elimination, with 9 House Democrats voting for elimination. 6 out of 8 statewide elected Republicans have publicly supported elimination. The only question that remains, do Mississippi Senate Republicans want to vote for income tax elimination? Governor Reeves said in his private conversations with senators, I can tell you that many of them definitely want to, but this is a shot at Lieutenant Governor Hosemann. But everyone is waiting to see the promised plan from Lieutenant Governor Hosemann. Will his plan eliminate the income tax?
You don't want to eliminate it. He's gone on record as saying that.
So here we go. The back and forth
Gilbert
between Reeves and Hosemann now on this.
Well, and of course, then it's a gubernatorial election this year, isn't it? Or is it next year?
I think it's next year.
Next year.
Yeah.
Next year.
Yeah.
Oh, I was so close.
It'll just seem like it's this year because it's going to come so fast.
Exactly.
Yeah. Can you believe we're already almost through January?
I know, but yeah, he put that up a few minutes ago, and so that's an update on what's going on. So now it's over into the Senate chamber after the House.
Okay, Billy Adam, go get him.
Well, that'd be
if
Senate.
you're listening.
Yeah.
I'm sure he is.
No, yeah, he's the representative. All right, Jeff Tate,
Jeff
go
Tate.
get him.
Either one.
I'm sorry.
I'm sure he is too.
You know, I just know both of those guys go to Jackson. I know
they
they
go over there. And
one goes to one side of the Capitol, the other goes to the other side. I know it's just something. Listen, if you're making your vacation plans for this spring or summer, you want to get it in early. Here's a list of countries that the State Department has issued that they do not recommend that Americans go to this year.
Let me guess. Syria.
Let's see.
Iran.
Syria's on there. Okay, let's
Iran.
check. Iran, check.
Lebanon.
Check. Okay, very good. You're doing very good.
Well, I'm 3 for 3, but
China.
Well, no, I don't. I think China be all right.
Actually,
Russia may not be. Russia may be on there.
It's a check. There you
well,
go.
and Ukraine, we already said that
Oh
one.
well, let's see. Ukraine didn't make the list.
I know if I do go to China, I'm going to stay away from Wuhan.
No, you.
Don't go to the market, okay? I wouldn't recommend
Don't
it.
go to the wet market.
It was the lab, y'all. It was the lab.
Right.
All right. We have Sudan, North Korea.
Oh, North Korea, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rocket Man.
And here's one
Can't
that
even get it.
this might ruin my plans because I was just talking to the missus about going to Burkina Faso.
Oh, Burkina Faso. Okay. Not going.
Where's that?
Africa, I believe.
Is that right?
Yeah, I think so.
Well, I never even know we had a country name. Anyway,
we
there's
don't have a country name.
we're not going to Mali.
No Mali?
We're not going to South Sudan.
So the North Sudan or the South Sudan?
No, North, South, either
What
one.
about East, West? None of them?
Myanmar, which is what used to be called Burma. We're not going
Yeah,
there.
they've got some problems.
In addition to the ones you already mentioned, Charles, we're not going to Yemen.
Yeah, Yemen's probably not a good one.
Somalia.
Okay.
Libya.
Yeah.
Or how would Trump say that? Libya.
Libya. I don't know how to-
Libya. Not going to Haiti this year.
Yeah, I hate that.
Don't
Let's
do
find
it.
out.
And please do not complete those travel plans to Venezuela.
Okay, no Venezuela.
No Venezuela. I'm sorry, Ukraine is on the list here, by the way. I'm sorry. Iraq, Belarus. Keep that one off of your list there. Central African Republic, no.
Okay, it's a republic, but we still don't want to go there.
And you said Lebanon already, and then Afghanistan.
Oh, Afghanistan. I mean, there go my plans. for
And
the summer.
recently added by my own handwriting, by your suggestion, Colombia.
Only if you're not Juan Valdez.
Well,
What are we gonna do for coffee?
Did you see that whole AOC thing?
No more roses. What are we gonna do for coffee?
Oh, have mercy. Coffee's only grown in Colombia. Are you kidding me? Mornings in Meridian. We're glad to have you out there. You two can be on the show. 601-485-9191. Good morning.
Good morning. I hate to call twice, boys. but
We're
I
glad you
wanna
did, Wolfman.
Point out, well, I wanted to point out something on your Martha Raddatz Holman story.
Yes.
You know, she's, how you going to pay for it? How you going to pay for it? Well, you know, when we cancel DEI and the Green New Scam and start drilling oil.
Ooh, come on.
That will more than enough pay for peace of mind.
We'll just
There-
use the
there's
money.
Been no more there's been no more resentment by the citizens of this country than their money going to things they don't believe in, than peace of mind and happiness with the government when their money goes to things they do believe in.
I think we'll be able to support the deportation by just using the money that the Biden crime family was going to get in a second term.
Yeah, well, so to point out just how disingenuous they all are, she opens the questioning with, "You're going to go into schools and take out children." That's the first thing she says.
no, you meet them outside the school.
Yeah,
I mean,
you
come
wait.
on. What is that?
At least.
No, you dingbat. You've watched for the first 4 days of administration, and they ain't got nobody but the illegals that have done harm to the American citizen.
Yeah. But then he did later say that
How
all
dumb can you be?
all illegals are on the table, he says, on the mesa.
It's a big table.
Yeah. But yeah, her point is to do exactly like she tried to do in the presidential debate, and that is she's protecting the liberal left.
Fear monger.
Fear monger.
Yeah, well, everybody seems, and I somewhat get upset about it, but I'm thrilled that they do it.
And I would tell her, I said,
Because
why weren't you
that will-
concerned? Why weren't you concerned about the children that were being abandoned at the border?
Right. Well, and she had no concern. We said, what cost would you pay for that or this or the other? And she wouldn't answer the question.
Yeah. Well, no,
all about her narrative, period.
Yeah,
and
she had
bottom line is I hope they keep doing it, because it will continue to convince those on that side to come to our side.
Well,
anyway, y'all have a good day.
I think the best thing the Dems and liberal media can do is do the exact same thing they have been doing for years.
Doing it, right? Look where it got them now.
Yeah. Keep it up. Keep it up.
There you go. All right. That's that was talking about the Martha Raddick's interview. She was never a centerfold. Not that I know. I'm sorry. Did I ruin breakfast for you guys? We'll be right back. It is a great piece of country music history right there. Tracy Lawrence. So many good hits. You can hear him, by the way, on our sister station, 105.7.
The legend.
There you go. He turns 57 years old today.
Oh,
got to meet Tracy several years back at the Choctaw Indian Fair. Nice fella, and puts on a good show.
Great talent. Mm-hmm. Oh man, love that song. Love all of his songs. If the world had a front porch, we'd all get along better. That kind of thing. All kind of good stuff there.
Porch.
It'd be a big porch, but if the world had a front porch, we'd all be all right.
I'd be on the back porch.
Moving right along, I was just observing the excitement that I felt in this room over the results of the NFL
Oh, God.
conference championships. I could just feel that there was an excitement between all of us here that the
I saw
let's see, Kansas City Chiefs.
Yeah.
Chiefs.
I saw a map this
The
morning.
Eagles?
Swiss.
It was the map of the U.S. and it had the teams everybody's rooting for in the Super Bowl. It had the Kansas City Chief logo around the Kansas City area, and then the Philadelphia Eagle logo around Philadelphia.
Everybody else for the Bills and Commanders.
And everybody else, Meteor Strike.
Meteor strike.
Because a lot of people are like, just don't.
I don't care. Yeah.
I mean,
I'm not going to watch. I mean, come on.
I mean, you know.
It's not a meteor. It's just Elon Musk's sports car up in space.
Exactly.
All right.
But anyhow, yeah, that's how will we know when we see that little streak across the sky at night? How are we going to know whether that's his sports
right?
car or not?
Yeah. Could be a drone.
Well,
I mean, we're not in New Jersey, but still, we can get him down
But yeah,
here.
back to the NFL.
I mean, the thing about it is you got to wait 2 weeks for the game.
Yeah.
Because they always have that 1 week off.
Oh, but we'll have 2 weeks of coverage.
Yeah, 2
before
weeks
the
of
game.
coverage.
I mean, the pregame started this morning, I think.
We'll get 2 weeks of just how great Patrick Mahomes is, and he is a great quarterback. We don't need
overexposed.
We don't need it stamped every day.
No, in
That's
every
what happens when you're at the
commercial
top.
and yeah, well.
When you're at the top of the heap, everybody's shooting at you.
Well, that's exactly right. I mean, it is. You know, that's why we all hate Alabama. But here we go.
Oh,
come on now.
Whoa.
Let me tell you something. You better watch your kitchen down there. You might find some rodents down there.
Uh-oh.
An accidental grease fire?
That's right. You better watch your mouth down there.
All right. Nice.
Dad, what you doing?
Alabama's going to be in the Super Bowl. Jalen's there.
Yeah, now he's in Oklahoma.
You stop all that mess.
Did you still wearing that DeBoer T-shirt?
He's still a bore, but
for now, I got no choice.
Yeah, I got no choice.
So they get Ryan Day.
Hell, yeah, look at that guy. Yeah, right. Penciled in mustache and beard.
What would you tell Ted, Tuscaloosa Ted, of course, always in the back of the studio here, just listening to the show, but what would you tell DeBoer to try to do this year that he didn't do this past year? What changes do they need to make in the Alabama season going forward?
Buy better players.
I just tell him to win. Maybe, don't lose 4 games.
Buy
better players.
That's what it's all about.
Buy better players.
That's what you do these days.
That's the name of the game.
It is.
Buy better players. Bought some cheap ones this past year.
We want to thank
discounted players. Right?
Darn right, the Etsy version.
We want to thank Tuscaloosa Ted for just in one little capsule defining the world of college football.
Buy better players.
Yeah.
All right, with that, won't you say goodbye, Ted?
Goodbye.
Remember, God bless, and what do we need to do?
Buy local.
Remember when we